Good afternoon everyone and welcome to another monthly analysis video for March. Today I'm going to be covering a crude oil forecast by running over the recent supply and demand news events, which is going to set the tone for where this market is heading. Now we've had some really pivotal news this week to do with the COVID-19 cases and one of the world's most important oil shipping routes being suspended. So I'm going to break down each event and then tie them in with what is happening on the chart, which is looking really volatile at the moment. Okay, so beginning with the news affecting the supply of oil. Well, on Wednesday, yesterday, a ship ran aground in the Suez Canal, and this is one of the world's most important oil shipping routes. Now, the Suez Canal Authority said on Thursday it had suspended traffic temporarily while 8 tugs worked to free this huge vessel. Right, the vessel's carries 200,000 tons of oil containers, and it's around 400 meters long, and you can see it on the picture that's popping up here. It's going to take a lot to move it. Now 50 ships normally pass through this canal every single day, and this carries 12% of the world's trade. So as you can imagine, this caused initially the price to jump around 6% on the oil charts. Now this theme, this news event is battling at the moment against demand fears. Now, fresh COVID-19 lockdowns in Europe, they re-triggered these fuel demand worries, and on top of that, we have this vaccine rollout, which is really sluggish at the moment in Europe. On top of all of that, we have also rising COVID-19 cases in places like India and Brazil, and these developing economies are really vital for sustainable oil growth. And in India, they've actually discovered a new double mutant, which is not what we wanted to hear, right? And when you evaluate all of this, it's no real surprise that this COVID fuel demand fear outweighs any of the supply issues, and this is why we saw price turn over again today, and we generally see a really choppy market at the moment. We're going to try and break it down for you. Okay, so I'm on the chart now, and I want to show you the daily chart just to see what happened over the last couple of days and try and digest it. So really you see this bearish move in these breaks of structure, as you see, mainly to do with these lockdown issues in Europe and COVID cases, the double mutant in India and in Brazil. Other than the UK and really the US at the moment, this vaccine rollout is sluggish, and these are putting pressures on demand. So this is why we see price falling so much. Now, what we had yesterday was this candle here that you see that I'm highlighting. This was the 6% rise because of the Suez Canal issue. Now, authorities have come out and experts have come out and said that they don't expect the Suez Canal issue to be long-lasting. They never normally are. Of course, it's a huge ship to move, but I do expect the issue to be resolved. And my concern really is around what's going on in Europe and demand fears at the moment. So when you look at it from a chart perspective, we topped out at around 67. And if I draw in our breaks of structure, which I normally do, copy and paste those, we've actually had 2 breaks of structure on the 23rd of March, a couple of days ago. Since then we've snapped back into it, but this was can we say an anomaly candle, should we say, because of the random news event spike around the Suez Canal. So what I'll be looking for on the 4-hour chart is, you can see where price initially fell from. So I'm looking roughly around for this area here as our 4-hour order block. Now price could, I say could, what I'd like to see is price fall out into that area, into our order block, and a look to sell all the way back down again, right? This is my selling bias at the moment. What's really interesting is we have actually had a break of this low here. Let me delete this one so it doesn't confuse you. We've had a break of this low that I'm circling now. Now, where did that move come from? I'll show you exactly where it came from. It came from roughly around this order block here. You could even argue it's this one more, but there is some inefficiency in price that I'm just marking out here. Now, price run down and broke this structure, broke this low around 58, has come back and retested that level, and is on its way down again. Now this is, for me, this is a good sign for selling. And if I move on to the 1 hour chart, we can see it in a more zoomed in way. This break of structure, this lows here. So what I'm expecting the price of oil to do, because I'm not expecting the COVID cases in Europe to correct just yet. I may be wrong, but in that case, I would expect oil to fall to around 55.5. And if we could get a short position up in our level here, then we are looking at around 55.5. That's about 7.22 our trade. If you was to enter it right now, then it's more like 2.77. So this is why patience is really important. We could have more structure breaks. We could ride the price down at the moment. I'm going right the way down into the 5-minute chart to see if I can find anything in terms of a break of structure. So you see here, right, let me just see if I've got this on the screen for you yet. Now, I'm really interested in this area of resistance here. Now, it was a really bearish few candles here on the 5-minute chart. Now, we can see that we're almost coming up to try and test this level. Now, me personally, I wouldn't be against shorting the market at around 60.5 to then go down into our target of around 55, which would be a monster of a trade. Around 37R if you can get it, if you want to ride that down and take partials. So at the moment with oil, I am long-term bullish for oil. I do think that eventually, obviously, the economies are going to recover, the demand's going to come back. At the moment, we're just in a bit of a lull, and so over the next few weeks, I do expect, especially with the stronger dollar, for oil to have a bit of pressure on it still, and I would be looking to buy around the mid-50s level. So that is it for today, guys, on oil. Hope you've all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to this channel. You can drop any comments in on the video itself, or you can message me on my Instagram above me. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you all for the next video, which will be next week. So then, guys, I am on the Zenfinex website at the moment. There's been a few comments asking if we do have a website, and so I just wanted to give you a really quick overview. You can access it on zenfinex.com. You'll see straight away that we do have a free guide for you guys to download, top 10 tips from professional traders, which is a great read. And if you continue scrolling down on the site, you'll also see our limited time offer, where you can trade your Forex on a standard account with raw spreads and zero commission, which is a really great deal at the moment, guys. So feel free to check this one out.